While Homerun and Melora were at the training ground this morning, May had something else planned. She's walking through the halls inside the school building, closing by to get to the nurse's office for a regular checkup. As she approaches the door, she notices Callum already waiting for her. She has always had a parental guardian or figure with her whenever she does this checkup, and usually it has been her mother. But given her new life here at school, Callum is taking up the responsibility for that. May, it's good to see you.
Good morning, sir.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, sir. How are you?
After the fight, the first day, and the continuous cascade of accidents on the second, I had a lot of paperwork to go through, but I had a pretty good night's sleep last night, so I think it's going better.
Glad to hear that, sir.
How about you? What happened can be quite jarring. Have you had any nightmares? Oh, sorry, I forgot. You don't really sleep. Sorry about that.
Oh no, it's okay. But well, yeah, I'm fine. I'm good.
Showing any signs of shock, anxiety, nervousness?
Nope, none.
Oh, that's good to hear. Good that you're handling it as well as you do. I remember first time something like that happened to me. Couldn't sleep for almost a week. Tore my nerves into a shred. But yeah, we have a school. You can come to me if you ever need someone to talk to. I have been experienced much of this, and we have a school psychiatrist if you wish, but between you and me, I prefer personal over professional with these kind of things.
May kind of bows her head. Thank you, sir. I'll keep that in mind.
You don't have to, sir. Me, we're almost family. I mean, I know that Miverna threw away the Silver Knight name for Mithril, and I'm still not fully over that, but you're her daughter and she was my apprentice. That's said, we're almost family. You don't need to serve me. Just Callum.
I'm glad to hear that, Callum, sir.
You look like you're about to face a monster or something.
Oh, it's always a bit weird. I mean, I get that I need these, but it's always a bit nervous. I feel like I guess it's like when you pass through security at an airport. It's like, it's not like you're carrying something, but you still kind of, what if? I mean...
I know that feeling. Even if all your knives are made of plastic, you still get a little frightened if they are going to notice something. I know.
What?
And he goes to the door and slowly opens it into the new room. Oh, I don't think you heard about the new nurse, but... Well, it might be an experience. And he opens the door. While the room is spacious and there are many gadgets of different kinds, none of it really takes your eye as much as the large mechanical arm-like appendage stretching down from the roof with a eye attached to it. The entire frame seems to be almost reminiscent of old nurses' outfits and color schemes, and the entire appearance betrays one thing. This machine is definitely of your mother's design. And as soon as you enter, you see this mechanical eye look around and stare directly at you and Callum, and you hear in a glad and happy voice,
"Oh, new patients. Welcome in, welcome in.
And you see the entire apparatus moving. It seems like the roof of this entire building has several lines built in for her to scoot around, change position, and be wherever she needs to be in the entire room. Callum takes a few steps forth and says, "Good to see you, Be Good. I hope you had a good day today."
Oh, Sir Callum, it has been a wonderful day. I had only one student reported in because of an accident. I think the numbers are going down.
It's only 7 o'clock.
Yes, and the last day I had 3 students by 7 o'clock. It's a significant improvement.
Well,
Hi, Be Good.
and you see the entire arm swiftly turn around towards you.
Hi there, I'm Be Good, official nurse of the Thomas Gustafson School for the Supernaturally Gifted. And you are?
I'm May Good. My mom, Minerva Good, told me to say hi.
You're May Good. Ah, then we're sisters.
Yeah, I guess.
Yes. Ah, let me see.
And you see her freeze up. And just a moment later,
Ah, yes, a routine checkup. Well, just stand there for a few seconds.
and she scoots back a bit. And you see the green eye start light up and starts going over you, up and down. And you feel its touch. It's some kind of light wave hits you, scanning you almost. And a few seconds afterwards,
Well, I don't see anything wrong with the scans. But I do have to ask you, did you in any kind of way manipulate the radio waves I send out?
Yeah, I believe I did. May looks down at her hands.
Well, that's no good, then I got incorrect scannings. Can you, for the moment, try to let go of the absorption so I can get a full scan of you? Or maybe, no, I cannot open you, that's not good at all.
Be Good. You probably shouldn't do stuff like that.
You're entirely correct, sorry about that. But still, your ability to absorb the different kinds of electromagnetic waves makes the X-ray quite challenging to perform on you. Can you in any way turn it off like a ordinary human?
I can try?
Excellent! Do it right now.
And you see the light light up again, and she goes down, up and down, scanning you. And once again,
Thank you, I think that solved the problem. I have gotten a full scan of your body. Now give me a few minutes while I diagnose.
May kind of looks around at the nurse's office while she waits.
it is quite spacious, and man, it's really, really neat. You do kind of get the idea why it's so spacious, though, as this metallical arm is kind of cumbersome, so having this room to navigate seems to be quite a good idea. And when you take a little better look at things, you notice there are lines, indentures inside the wall. And after a little bit of investigation, you realize that these seems to be what you could guess machinery inside the walls that can come out on command. Maybe like extendable hands for this nurse.
Well, my mom...
All done!
And she goes forth towards you.
I have done the scans now. You seem to be...
And she freezes up.
Yes, you seem to be mostly healthy.
Mostly?
I noticed that some of your hormones are off balance, probably due to stress or extended periods of nervousness, which is not that surprising given that you started school this Monday. But these kind of levels seem to indicate that you have had some problems with nervousness or stress over a longer period, maybe half a year or even more.
May kind of glances at Callum and starts sweating.
Nervousness. Mary, is there anything you want to talk about?
Oh no, it's great. I'm fine. I was nervous about the hero program.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's a big step, and Minerva talked to me about you joining the program and her response.
Yeah, she wasn't too big of a fan of the idea, but decided that she didn't want to stop me.
No, she comes to me sometimes when she has problems with this. It's not that she won't talk to anyone else about this. She's not a gossip, you know that.
Yeah.
Well, I understand her concern. The hero life is hard, really hard, and you never feel good to send your child into a lifestyle that is as dangerous as this.
Yeah, we had a lot of long talks, and that's actually when she started giving me martial arts training, because she thought I should be as prepared as I could be.
Minerva might be a good martial artist, but she's far from the best. She did ask me to help you a bit more, and I was going to say this to you later, but starting Monday, you're going to have extra classes with me after school in martial arts.
Okay, sir, Callum, sir, I'd be honored.
You can stop. I guess it will take some time to stop calling me sir. Okay, when you're with the other students, sir is correct. When it's just us, Callum will suffice.
Can I also call you Callum, sir?
No.
Alrighty then. I'm just going to go through some more things. I'll be right back.
I kind of prefer the former nurse. He didn't talk too much.
I'm sure it serves some sort of purpose. I mean, Mom wouldn't make a talkative nurse without her reasons.
You see the nurse coming back towards you.
Well, Minerva made me as a self-evolving AI to ensure that I would be able to tackle all these problems with a nuanced look and a ability to both interact with students with a good bedside manner and continue to learn more as stranger and more unusual superpowers were added. This is simply one of the
beep beep
5 billion programs she created that she was satisfied with. Only 1 billion of them tended to go into suicidal rampages.
Oh, Jesus.
I was the prime candidate, and thus I became the be good you see before you. She did say I was a bit chatty, but I was the best evolved AI of them all. I'm quite proud of that.
And Mom is proud of you too.
Thank you. I believe she's proud of you too, sister.
Thanks.
Now, I need to go over some new things, given that I am your new primary doctor.
You're a nurse.
I am qualified to be a doctor.
I thought they didn't qualify for that.
I have all the qualification. It's just that the lawmakers has not really decided if I'm a person yet. And in thus, they both managed to insult my existence and the nurse profession in one fell swoop. But that's lawmakers for you.
Ah, I see. Well, you said there was more to go through.
Yes. Hey, Mary, have you been getting your Bailey recommended dose of light?
Yeah, I go outside a lot to get the sunlight, and I also have a UV lamp in my room.
Good. Just remember, artificial UV lamps do not replace natural sunlight. I am programmed to say from your mother that you should walk long walks after school and not stay too long painting miniatures or playing games.
Sorry, Mom.
But now when the program part is over, I can tell you that the UV lamp works as well as any daylight, so do whatever you want. But a healthy exercise is recommended for any student of your age.
Or any age.
Or any age.
Well, thank you, sister.
Thank you. In addition to that, have you consumed too much electromagnetic radiation in the past days?
I believe not.
That's good, because according to my results, doing so could be fatal to...
We do not need to go through that. If she's already stressed, maybe we shouldn't go through all of those parts right now.
So, it's vital that she knows, and vital that it's informed.
Yeah, I know, but...
Sir, this is my profession.
Yeah, sure. And Be Good looks towards you again, May.
May, I believe you are informed that a excessive absorption of electromagnetic radiation could turn fatal for you.
Yeah, my mom did say that a few times.
That's good, just so you are well informed. As overeating is dangerous for any kid, you in particular, it will not cause regular diseases, just a cellular breakdown of your body, which is not good.
Yeah, that's bad.
I'm noticing that your stress levels are raising a bit.
Yeah, as I said, you're just telling the kid the ways she could die. It's not good for her health to repeatedly hear that.
I am sorry, but it's part of my programming to ensure that she is informed with potential fatal injuries and the likes.
I miss Christopher.
I've never met the man.
Anyway, is there anything else about May we should know?
Not in any of my particular databanks right now. I think this meeting has come to its end. But remember, May,
And she moves closer.
your mom told me to ensure that you know that you should brush your teeth every night and morning. Even if you do not eat regularly, it is important to have a good dental hygiene.
Yes, ma'am.
And remember to take regular showers, at least one each day.
Mom?
And also remember...
I think she get it. She has heard this before from Minerva.
You're quite correct. I was just doing the programming. Can you just say that this is unnecessary information?
This is unnecessary information.
Thank you. I will no longer pester you with these questions. Now, do you have anything you want to ask, or I will return to my duties?
I think I'm good. May good. Ha!
Ha 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 ha! That was very funny, May.
Thank you, B.
You can call me Be Good or Sister. Both of them works. Can I call you Sister?
Sure.
Very well, Sister. It's been wonderful to meet you.
It's been great to meet you too, sister.
Oh, you're making me blush.
You notice no physical difference upon her.
May kind of squints and investigates the electrical waves from her.
She doesn't say anything, and just looks at you with this big robotic eye. Okay. May, I think we're done here, and I can only listen to her so much.
While I enjoy your presence, I do not enjoy you talking to me like that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, nurse.
Be Good is the best way to say it, sir.
I'm sorry, Be Good. I'll see you later in the staff meeting.
I will be awaiting it, sir. In the meantime, I will ensure that no students fall for any fatal accidents in the meantime.
Yeah, that's what you're designed to do. Now, mate, we should probably get going. You have a school day too. go through.
Yeah, thank you, Sister Good.
Thank you, Sister May. Now, have a good day.
And she starts to roll off towards one of the windows looking out.
It is a wonderful summer day.
Oh, Minerva, why do you keep creating things like that? And Callum makes his way out of the nurse's office. Alessandro doesn't make a sound during your entire trip through the school. And you, after a while, arrive at the western part of the main building, upon the second floor, just outside the teachers' rooms. Alessandro turns his gaze towards you, Au.Ra, and starts speaking. Runecarver's office is the second door with the skull attached in front of it. We should talk to her about this entire thing. Try to get her to fix it so that it doesn't repeat. Just tell her what you experienced and your perspective of things, and I will try to give mine. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, thank you. I do think us teaming up might yield better result. And Alessandro turns again and makes his way towards the door with the skull upon it. As you pass the first of the teacher's room, you see through the windows, and right there you see a mouse upon a spherical machine sitting there, tapping away at the sides with a holographic screen projected in front of it. It pays you no mind, and Alessandro seems to pay it no mind either.
Au.Ra does not pay it any mind either, except all of the mind that he gives to it, because he has never seen it before.
Alessandro sees your gaze shifting away a bit, and he says, "That's Professor Abrams. He's the primary science teacher around here.
Ah, I see.
He's also in charge of the super science class. You do not have science powers or stuff like that?
I don't believe I do.
Then I think you probably only will meet him in some of the hero course training." And Alessandro starts knocking upon the door in front of you. There's a little bit difference, however, with this door. As you look upon the glass, you do not really see anything there. Like something is obscuring the room. Not a drapery, just reality itself is obscuring it. And shortly after Alessandro has knocked upon the door, it opens by itself, revealing a small room. Upon the floor you see a large circle filled with runes light up. In addition to that, you also see, as the door opened, the glass no longer obscures, but you can see the room as its whole self on the other side. In addition to those, you see the entire place covered in strange books and gizmos and bright glowing orbs and other kind of stuff. All of this is quite jarring, but what really sells this place as a magical sanctum is the person sitting in the middle. She's not a tall woman, just a bit over 150, but she gives off this aura of power and influence. And she's dressed in a very finely crafted robe with a hood covering most of her face. Only a few locks of silver hair peeking through. And what's most striking about her is the mask. She's wearing what can only be described as a theatrical mask with humanoid traits attached to it, but no real features. No eyes, no nose, no mouth, nothing. The only thing that's covering it is several glowing runes of different kinds, emanating power that you somehow can feel but not really comprehend. Alessandro takes a few steps inside, and strangely, it almost feels like he left this entire realm in some kind of strange way.
Alessandro, and home run, I presume.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, sorry.
Thank you. So, why are you here? I am busy. There are many things that I have to take care of now, and I have very little time spared to do anything else.
I understand, Carver, but we are facing a problem. It seems like someone is cursing kids around campus with a curse to see what they can do. Observation curse. Home run here was one of the affected. As you cannot see her eyes, but you still feel her gaze shifting over from Alessandro to you, home run.
So you were affected by an observation curse, were you?
Yeah, it would seem that way.
Yet you are not affected by one right now.
Home run looks over to the talisman that he has been carrying. It does not seem so.
Very well. As far as I know, Home Run is the only student with this particular problem. The other students do not have a secret identity to protect.
No, Carver, but it's still an invasion of privacy.
The only one I really see this being a problem for is Home Run here. And you have already solved that problem, didn't you?
Yeah?
Then I see most of this matter as finished. No one can pierce this school from the outside, so this is probably just one of the students doing some teenage shenanigans. I do not have the patience, willingness, nor the time to do anything about that and try to suss out a harmless prankster. I had enough of that the first week that Enesir entered the school.
But, Runecarver, it's...
It is not a big of a problem as you make it out, Alessandro. If you think that it's that big of a problem, you are free to solve that problem yourself. Now, if you don't mind, I have a lot to handle right now, and I would like you both to leave so I can resume with my priorities. Have I made myself clear?
But... It's an invasion of privacy.
Yes, but it's not something worth of my attention. Now leave before I have to put you outside myself.
Okay, Runecarver. Thank you for your time. And Alessandro starts leaving the room.
Home Run looks over the arcane shroud that stands before him and does a darndest attempt of discerning why she would be so unwilling or uninterested in the matter.
This woman before you is an enigma. If you thought Alessandro was hard to read, she is non-expressive. And a large part of that might be the mask, but overall she seemed quite dismissive as a whole. And you try to read deeper, see what really can be the reason why she does not seem to want to do help with this. And the more you read, the more you start to see it how she moves. She didn't really stop fiddling around with the books and the computer even after you entered this room, and even now. She has been constantly doing stuff the entire time. You do feel like that she might actually have really much on her plate. A colossal amount of work that she is doing constantly. And she has just mentally put this as a later or minor problem that do not really need addressing right now compared to her other tasks. As you read more into it, you feel like the only real way you really can get her to get any interest in this is if she rapidly succeeds in some of her other tasks, or something about this evolves into a real problem. A problem she can no longer ignore.
Well, I see you're busy. Gonna respect that. I do hope you will be good in your endeavors, my lady sir. And thank you for listening to us. And he starts walking out the door.
As you leave, you hear from the inside.
Close the door as you leave. I need to seal off this realm again.
Yeah, sure thing. Closing off the realm. And Homerun closes the door behind him.
As you do so, you see, once again, the window just kind of obscuring, showing nothingness once again. Alessandro takes a few seconds and leans towards the window to the other office, and you hear a very pitched sound from inside.
Don't lean on the window.
Oh, yeah, sorry. And he takes a few steps on the other side of you and leans upon the window to rune carver. Gives out a big sigh. You see him fibble around inside his suit and takes out a cigarette and plans to light it, but stops himself and puts it away again. That could have gone better.
Yeah, I think so. She seemed kind of, well, preoccupied, so to say.
Yeah. I half suspected her to do this. She is the greatest living mage we know of in this world, and she has made herself the mystical protector of the entire world. She deals with that as she teaches around here. She's not hostile in her intent, she's just... She does a lot.
Aye, I can see that. But for the moment, she seems to think this is just, I don't know, beneath her, so to say.
Yeah.
Either this has to, get more blown out of proportions. Maybe some person in her vicinity would have to be, I don't know, this kind of cursed for her to take notice. Or if we could magically take all of the items she has on her desk right now and make sure they are resolved.
I think the second option might not be possible. Even if we gathered all of our magical inclined students in the entire school, I bet we couldn't even scratch off half a day's work in a month for her. The first option, however. I'm sorry for dragging you into this, but can I ask you a favor?
A favor?
Yeah, a favor.
Mm-hmm.
This curse thing, she doesn't think much of it, but I don't really want to let something like this lie. It's not okay to invade people's privacy like this. So I want to ask you, would you like to team up and see if we can fix this? Maybe fix it or investigate it to see if we can find if it's big enough for her to notice?
Yeah, sure, dude, but I kind of fail to see how I can be of, I don't know, assistance.
You trust Melora, right?
Yeah, I trust her.
Okay, I mean, she's a caster. Maybe she could help you.
Yeah, sure, but she fails to understand the fundamental concepts of a full body workout and a weak regiment.
But you do.
Yeah, but I mean, I gotta tell you, dude, I have no idea what this arcane magic shenanigans is really about, to its core, what the fundamentals are. I kind of failed to see how I could, be of any, I I don't know, true assistance. I mean, you could go talk to Melora straight away. I mean, maybe you can explain it to her in a way that she can understand.
It is an option, but I have something planned. Do you remember what I said about the first years?
Yeah?
Yeah, the thing is, people know what I can do and who I am, kinda. I am the person that can see spirits, magic and all that. People will be guarded against me in a way they might not be around you, who knows nothing of it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. But what am I going to do? Walk up to first years and say, hey, have you felt the cold touch of death scraping against your shoulder?
No, but I have a plan. I can procure some names. People from the first years with magical prowess. I can get you every single one that has an inclination for magic. And I've seen how you look at people, how you're good at asking poignant questions. You made good questions when I confronted you with this the first time. You might be a better actual detective than I could ever be. So if I give you the materials to know who can do magic who, could you maybe talk to them, suss them out, try to see behind their mask?
And Home Run looks over to the distance, looking down the corridor, looking back at him. So you kind of want me to, solve this problem about invasion of privacy by invading the first year's privacy?
When you put it like that.
When you put it like that, yeah. But I don't want to be the devil's advocate, dude. I'm just saying. Maybe we should take it easy just a bit. We can keep our eyes peeled and try to discern certain aspects. But if this is this kind of problem, it's difficult. And your theory about the first years is just a theory, So it could resolve in us trying to find evidence on people who actually don't have any evidence on them to begin with.
So you're saying that we should take it slow, see if anything changes.
I think that would be the wisest course of action. And to be honest, if anything pops up that is more relevant, that is more discerning of where this is leading and such, well, then maybe we have more evidence to bring to the lady here.
This is the reason why I wanted you to help me with this. You're quite good at this.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of a people person,
You sure are. Very well. I will keep my eye out, see if something changes. I will come back to you if I see something.
Yeah, do that. Don't be afraid. I think it is a valiant effort of you to, be on about this. It's good that these what do you say, kids have someone that can protect them when it would almost seem like no one is, or is, thinking of this as a actual threat. It's nice.
Yes, but that's really nothing special. That's kind of just what we're supposed to do, right? Hero course.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Well, I should probably meet up with Liz and Bliss. Before I go, you said you trusted Melora.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't have any reason to not trust her.
Do you have any other friends or other people you trust around here?
Yeah. I think I do. At least for now. I don't have any reason to not trust most people that I meet. But yeah, there are a handful of people here who I think I could incorporate into this endeavor, so to say.
Good. We might need more hands, depending on the level of threat. But we shouldn't let too many people know. It might make whoever does this hide and then find another method. So, yeah. You don't have to if you don't wish to, but we could really use more experience, more clever brains in this kind of thing. I love both Liz and Bliss to death, and they are some of the best people I ever met, but they are not suited for this kind of business, and as you might have noticed, I can only really do one part of it. So having someone like you or the likes around that can actually, deal with it in a physical level is quite reassuring.
Well, thank you.
Well, I thank you too for listening and agreeing to help. I must meet up with Liz and Bliss, but just come by if you ever have the time, or if you see something strange that might help.
Sure will, dude. Sure will.
I believe we are in the same dorm. My room is on the 3rd floor, up to the right upwards. Just come by if you see something and you think we need to talk about it. Okay?
Yeah, sure thing.
Have a good morning, and we will probably be seeing each other in the coming week.
Yep, totally.
Bye, Home Run. And
Bye, dude.
And he starts moving away.
Home Run looks around in his surroundings, looks over to the door, or the arcane portal that he ventured forth, wondering to himself if, by any chance of any clairvoyant means, the lady might have been listening in, and if so, that she might have piqued, a little bit at least, in her interest in the matter. And then he moves to the dorm to wash off the stank from his morning workout.